GCOM prepares for claims and objections period, and Leg 1 gets LED lights. Welcome to InfoHub. It's Thursday, September 12th. We have lots to tell you today. Now that house-to-house registration has ended, the Guyana Elections Commission is preparing for its extended claims and objections period. This will commence as soon as the preliminary list of electors is extracted.
The data garnered from GCOM's house-to-house registration exercise, which came to an end on August 31, is currently being merged with the existing National Register of Registrants database. Public Relations Officer Yolanda Ward explains that from the merged data, a preliminary list of electors will be generated.
That preliminary list of electors will move us straight into a claims and objections exercise. So we cannot immediately run into the claims and objections exercise because we are still going through that process of the merger.
The claims and objections period will allow persons who will be 18 years old by the end of October of this year to be registered. Individuals who have had changes in their particulars, including addresses and names, can also utilize this period.
I really want to implore citizens to ensure that they have those documents ready, particularly those who have never been registered before. You're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or registration. You will be 18 years and older by the 31st of October 2019, or you're a citizen of a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for a period of no less than 1 year preceding the 31st of October. So once you have met any of those criteria, you're eligible to use the claims and objections exercise to ensure that you're registered so that you will be on the official list of electors.
Meanwhile, the Guyana Elections Commission continues with the training of polling day staff. So far, the agency has trained over 6,000 persons within sections of Georgetown, the East Coast and East Bank, regions 1, 2, 5, and 10. The commission will be moving to the East Berbice quarantine region over the weekend, where 2,400 persons are expected to be trained. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Ghana was represented in Aberdeen earlier this month at the Society of Petroleum Engineers Offshore European Conference and Exhibition. At the conference, the country received positive feedback from investors in the oil and gas sector. Co-Invest and the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry jointly represented Guyana at this event.
It was very heartening to hear people interested in the market and wanting to do business in one of the hottest destinations for investment in the oil and gas industry.
GCCI President Nicholas de Gruboya updated the media on the conference, which ran from September 3 to 6. The GCCI president said that the collaboration at the conference with the Ghana Office for Investment was fruitful as investors expressed interest in Ghana's oil and gas sector.
Talking about the investment destinations and talking about how companies can really find partners and explore expanding local content and the services and products that they sell, bringing them here to be sold to Exxon or Tullow or any of the other potential operators here.
During the conference, GCCI and the Aberdeen and Grampian Chamber of Commerce signed a memorandum of understanding intended to create and strengthen links between the two chambers for the enhancement of trade and for information sharing relating to issues of policy and trade development. The MOU will be enforced from the day of its signing and shall be valid for a period of 2 years. Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
Local farmers across several regions will soon benefit from a series of business accounting training sessions to improve their management skills. The first training session was held in the agricultural village of Leluni on September 11.
The New Guyana Marketing Corporation, along with partners of the America's Farmer to Farmer initiative, is hosting the Business Accounting Training Forum. For the village of Leluni, this forum is a timely one, as the new GMC has found that many farmers have had a serious problem with record keeping.
Our farmers are lacking the area of record keeping, and when they actually track back, they are not able to keep track of if they're making a profit or a loss. So we want them to treat their farm as a business and not just as a traditional means of income.
The training exercise, which is expected to boost farmers' management skills, is being conducted by Tim Cobbs, a representative of Partners of the Americas Farmer to Farmer initiative.
The Farmer to Farmer program of Partners of the Americas, in conjunction with the new GMC, invited me to come down to talk about business record keeping specifically. The thought process is if people were producers were able to write down a few things and keep track of where they're at, that they would become better business people.
The Luluni farmers present at the training considered it to be the most comprehensive and are looking forward to more initiatives as such, as farmer Raymond Dundas sums it up.
We think that we learn a lot from this forum because in the past years that we never had such a good teacher, good lecturer like this one.
The final forum on record keeping will be held on Friday, September 13th in Linden, and farmers in the region are encouraged to join the session. Reporting for InfoHub, Nikosi Bruce.
106 LED lights have been installed across the island of Leguan, and residents have welcomed this significant development by the Ministry of Public Infrastructure.
Very magnificent. It has been a tremendous help to the Leguan people. I like for myself, who like to go fishing sometime at night, the view is exceptionally well, and to add some time with the moonlight, it just creates a good atmosphere to the Leguan people.
We didn't have like this every street, like every car you get light, We used to get light, but now it's more better now.
Well, since we get the light in the community, we get a better view on the road. We feel secure. We could see any animal and them thing. Yeah, the light look wonderful on the road, man.
The residents of Leguan had raised concerns regarding street lighting at a community meeting hosted by the government as part of its efforts to hear from the people. During that meeting, a commitment was made by Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson. The lighting exercise on the island was done in an environmentally friendly manner, according to a written statement from electrical engineer within the ministry, Dwayne Downer. 37 high-pressure sodium vapor lamps have been replaced with energy-efficient LED lamps, while an additional 69 LED lamps have been installed on the island, totaling 106 in all. Schools, places of worship, the entrance to the ball field, and other poorly lit areas have benefited from this lighting project. For InfoHub, I'm Nikosi Bruce.
Still to come, Housing Authority to hand over La Parfait Harmony to NDC. Details of these and more after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways, and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Thanks for staying with us. The Central Housing and Planning Authority will be handing over the Parfait Harmony Housing Scheme to the Margaret II Meerzorgen Neighborhood Democratic Council following the completion of several infrastructural developments.
The Central Housing and Planning Authority's Chief Development Planner, Jeremy Stewart, told InfoHub following discussions between the agency and the Margaret II Meerzorgen NDC, it was agreed that the local authority would assume responsibility for La Parfait Harmony in Good Fortune Regularized Squatting Area, West Coast Demerara, and a memorandum of understanding will be signed to this effect on Saturday, September 14th.
We will be handing over 9 of those sections, and primarily these sections are that we will be handing over the Westminster, Phase 1 and Phase 2, Reg Dorsey, Phase 1 and Phase 2, La Parfait Harmony, Phase 1 and Phase 2, Onderneming, Phase 1 and Phase 2, and Schoonard. We will be not be handing over Lost in Rust because the infrastructure, it is still incomplete.
The CHMPA officer noted some of the road upgrades within the Parfit Harmony community.
29 kilometers of the roads, they're in fairly good conditions. And that 29 kilometers, it represents roughly about 30% overall of the roads in the Parfait housing scheme. And the remaining of the 70, the remaining kilometers will be continue to upgraded and completed by the CHNPA.
Stewart said a total of 8,442 lots will be handed over to the local authority. Plans in the pipeline for the community include the construction of 2 new wells, subsidies for homeowners to build core homes, and grants to upgrade low-income homes. For InfoHub, Ayana George.
A $3 million bridge linking the areas of Lang Avenue to La Penitence has been constructed to benefit residents in surrounding communities.
Enough children from by Saints go West Strongville Primary and so. And this bridge here is a nice relief for them because during rainy weather and so, people got to walk on the dam, scratch down the dam. So as they get the bridge now, you know, they're more glad and glad for it.
That was Roy Chapman, one of the Lane Avenue residents who believes the bridge will play a critical role in ensuring students get to school on time. The bridge that links the two communities is the first of its kind for the area. Its construction is a joint effort between the Ministry of Communities and the Mayor and City Council at the cost of $3 million. Donna Gittins, who has resided in the community for over 30 years, described the construction of the bridge as one of the best developments to date.
The bridge is a good thing because it has joined the two communities together. It's an easy access over and through because some people have to walk right the way around. And this bridge was in the making a very long time, so we're glad for it. It has done this community well.
The construction of the bridge stems from a direct call by the residents, according to councillor responsible for the community, Tricia Richards.
Residents of these two communities have been in consultation asking us to have a bridge there so that they can get easy access to the two communities and to provide goods and services through the two communities. And they're very happy about this particular development and government commitment to ensuring that we use the opportunity to provide services and infrastructural development in the different communities.
The construction of the bridge is one of several infrastructural developments ongoing around the capital city to benefit the residents. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
Before we close, here is a reminder to check our Facebook page and Instagram pages as we bring you more stories covering the observances of Indigenous Heritage Month and Education Month. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your Bridge and Weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.